John Smith and his cousin Billy are heading to the town of Carmax to sell their old Camaro.
Billy and John were driving from Whitehorse. The two of them were traveling in a convoy. It's a very remote area. It's very slippery. It's wintertime.
You're quiet tonight.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit tired, I'm sorry.
Same night, same stretch of road. 16 kilometers behind, a young family drives home after a weekend away.
I wish we'd gotten on the road just a little bit sooner.
They talked to them several times, and they never changed their story.
It's so dark.
They come to the southern tip of the lake, and they come around a corner, and they see this row of lights out in the distance.
There were no towns or villages in that area. Didn't seem to be any reason for those lights to be there, and yet there they were.
And then they think, well, it's a truck. There's no road out there. It's in the middle of the lake.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Plane?
They think it's an airplane, like a 747. Then they think, oh, it's moving way too slowly.
Hello.
They were worried as to what this was, and they had thought, well, maybe we shouldn't travel any further. Maybe we should pull off to the side of the road.
Just stop.
It's okay. We won't be long.
They were fairly certain that these lights were all on one large object.
There's nothing else that they've experienced that resembled it.
Daniel.
The mysterious object shoots off. Directly towards Billy and John Smith.
Billy is driving in front of John in a truck. Billy comes down a curve. At that point, he sees this huge row of lights out over the lake. He decides to stop and watch this thing. To Billy, it seemed like it came right over to him, as if it knew he was there. He looks behind him and sees his cousin John. John didn't want to come closer. He stopped way further back. He doesn't know what to do because he was frightened.
Billy was in awe as this thing passed overhead.
The witnesses mentioned the size of a football stadium, which is immense. It's unreal.
Some UFO investigators describe huge craft as motherships, sort of an aircraft carrier for spaceships that smaller craft can fly in and out of.
John realizes, oh, he's got a camera in the car, and he's ripping bags open.
Often you hear from people saying, well, I don't believe in UFOs until I see a photograph.
He couldn't get his camera to work properly.
In some of the close encounter cases, cameras are affected by some kind of electromagnetic field.
Billy's looking at this thing, and just the sheer size of it, it takes such a long time for it to move over. It takes several minutes. And then the UFO continues to move very slowly over the hill and then disappears.
Let's go.
So they go to the turnoff, which is a few hundred meters down, and they pull over there at the Fox Lake campground.
They were very confused, wondering if we're not hallucinating. This was something real, and we saw it together.
We'll be right back.
The Browns arrived at the Fox Lake campground, and they see Billy and John.
Hey, are you guys okay?
Yeah.
And there's this exchange of information from everybody saying, did you see that?
Did you see something?
You too?
This is unquestionably one of the best cases in North America. If 2 people see a UFO, or 3 or 4, that adds to the evidence that something really was physically there.
It just happened.
We have witnesses who have seen it at relatively close range, and multiple witnesses who can verify that they saw a physical object.
Hey.
Not sure of what lies ahead, they decide to travel together.